वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
वासुदेवाय
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नमस्कृत्यं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
उत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरये
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
सेवया
भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके
भगवती
श्लोके
श्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 12, Verse 7. Maturgarbhagato Veera
मातुर्गर्भगतो वीरा
मातुर्गर्भगतो वीरा
Satada Bhrigunandana
स तदा भृगुनन्दन
Dadarsha Purusham Kanchet
ददार्थ
ददर्श पुरुषं कञ्चित्
Dahyamano Astra Tejasa
दह्यमानो अस्त्रे तेजसा
Maturgarbhagato Veera
मातुर्गर्भगतो वीरा
वीरा
Satada Bhrigunandana
स तदा भृगुनन्दनः
Dadarsha Purusham Kanchet
ददर्श पुरुषं कञ्चित्
Dahyamano Astra Tejasa
दह्यमानो अस्त्रे तेजसा
Maturgarbhagato Veera
मातुर्गर्भगतो वीरा
Satada Bhrigunandana
स तदा भृगुनन्दनः
भृगुनन्दना
Dadarsha Purusham Kanchet
ददार्थ पुरुषं
कञ्चित्
Dahyamano Astra Tejasa
दह्यमानो अस्त्र तेजसा
Translation purport by Stephen Girisavi Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
जय
Synonyms: Matu, mother;
मातु मदर
Garbha, womb;
गर्भ
वोम्ब
Gatha, being situated there;
गता being situated there
Veera, the great fighter;
वीरा
the great fighter
Sa, child Parikshit;
सा
child Parikshit
Ta, at that time;
तदा at
at that time
Bhrigunandana, O son of Bhrigu;
Bhrigunandana O son of Bhrigu
भृगु
Dadarsha, could see;
ददर्श
could see
Purusham, the supreme lord;
Purusham,
Purusham the supreme lord
Lord
Kanchit, as someone else;
Kanchit as someone else
Dahyamana, suffering from being burnt;
Dahyamana suffering from being burned
Astra, the Brahmastra;
Astra,
the Brahmastra
Tejasa, temperature.
Tejasa temperature
Translation, please repeat after me. O son of Bhrigu Saunaka,
O son of
Bhrigu
Bhrigu
Saunaka,
when the child Parikshit, the great fighter,
when the child Parikshit, the great fighter,
was in the womb of his mother Uttara,
was in
was
the
in the womb of his mother Uttara,
and was suffering from the burning heat of the Brahmastra thrown by Ashwatthama,
and was
and
suffering
was suffering
from
from
the
the
burning
burning
heat
of
of the
Brahmastra thrown by
Ashwatthama.
Ashwatthama.
He could observe the Supreme Lord coming to him.
He
He
could
could
observe
observe
the
the Lord
Supreme
coming to
Lord
him.
coming to him.
Purport. Death generally involves remaining in trance for 7 months. A living being, according to his own action, is allowed to enter into the womb of a mother by the vehicle of a father's semen, and thus he develops his desired body. This is the law of birth in specific bodies according to one's past actions. When he is awake from trance, he feels the inconvenience of being confined within the womb, and thus he wants to come out of it, and sometimes, fortunately, prays to the Lord for such liberation. Maharaja Parikshit, while in the womb of his mother, was struck by the Brahmastra released by Ashwatthama, and he was feeling the burning heat. But because he was a devotee of the Lord at once appeared himself within the womb by his all-powerful energy, and the child could see that someone else had come to save him. Even in that helpless condition, the child Parikshit endured the unbearable temperature due to his being a great fighter by nature. And for this reason, the word Vida has been used.
Ayam tatsatoma jnanatimirandasya jnananashalakaya chakshurun militam yena tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pathaka Swamin Iti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradhayine Gaurakatha Damadhaya Nagara Grama Tarine Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadhe Pasyatya Desatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Raya Rama Krishna Yadavaya Rama Gopal Govindaram Srimad Sudanam Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Mande Sri Gurum Dinatharinam Paramananda Medavam Sri Chaitanya Meshwaram Hari Tatsa. So here, how wonderful is Srila Parikshit Maharaj's birth is described. His even before birth in the womb itself, his appearance was very wonderful because he has seen the absolute truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead coming to protect him when he was in the womb, and he was able to endure the heat of Brahmastra because of his being the great warrior, Veera. So the death means going into trance for 7 months. 7 months. And according to his own action, this Karma Khanda is also described in this purport. One is allowed to enter into the womb of a mother by the vehicle of a father's semen based on the activities that he performed and the thoughts that he has been having throughout his life and what he was thinking at the time of death. Based on this, Anta Kale Smaran. So, based on that, he will be provided a body in the womb of a mother. So, in this way, the living entity is in trance for 7 months. And when it develops its desired body by virtue of his karma, this is called law of birth. Okay, so from the law of karma comes law of birth. And once this personality, the living entity, is awakened from the trance, he feels the very uncomfortable, precarious situation, bound within a small bag, all surrounded with what you can call different liquids, including stool and urine and so many things. It's very, very horrible to be packed that he cannot move. He does not have any independence at all to move. He just wants to die at the time. He wants liberation. So he fortunately prays to the Lord for liberation. The first thought comes is, oh, what a miserable condition I am put in. Oh, Gaura Hari, please liberate me from this. Maharaja Parikshit, he was also in the similar manner. He was also in the womb of Uttara, his mother. But at that time, the misery already in the womb is unbearable. But here Parikshit Maharaj had truly intolerable Brahmastra also was released to attack him in his precarious situation where he cannot move himself even a bit. Such a tender body within the womb of the mother, can't able to move a little bit here and there, already feeling the burning sensation of the heat and so many different liquids and fluids, and is very uncomfortable and praying for liberation. He just wants to, before birth itself, he wants to die. He wants to get rid of this precarious situation, every living entity. But in addition to that, the burning heat of the Brahmastra also has attacked this tender body of the wonderful child. So his birth is also wonderful. And he saw face to face because he was a devotee of the Lord. So he saw that Krishna has appeared with his all-powerful energy in the womb, and he was walking towards this wonderful Parikshit. What a scene this small child has seen. How can this child remember? After birth, he has never remembered any of the agony or the fire or the burning sensation that he felt, but he only remembered the Lord. The moment he sees the Lord, he has no more sufferings, no more any kind of pain or agony that he's feeling. He so much captivated the beautiful form of the Lord. And when the Lord is especially approaching towards this child, this is truly wonderful. So Parikshit Maharaj's birth is not at all ordinary. Since the Supreme Personality of Godhead has seen face to face, he has become transcendental, or he has received a transcendental body from Krishna, which cannot be attacked with this particular Brahmastra. So when he's found that somebody is coming to save him, even in that helpless condition, he was able to tolerate, wow, there is somebody coming to save me. So let me hold on. Let me not die. Let me hold on. He was endured the unbearable temperature because he's a great fighter. He's a great devotee. He saw the Supreme Lord before his birth, and he has tolerated, which is unbearable. Brahmastra means everybody, even after developed body outside, they also die. What to speak of tender body in an immobile condition, fully arrested into the womb. So the child was able to endure even that temperature. This is the power of devotional service, power of remembering the Lord, power of seeing the Lord. Seeing, remembering everything is devotional service. And this Parikshit Maharaj, being a great devotee, apart from being a great warrior, this is not a big thing to tolerate in his precarious situation also. The Brahmastra aimed at him to kill him by Ashwatthama. So this is the wonderful glory of the devotional service of the Lord, and how the Lord is so dear to the devotees, and how the devotees are so dear to the Lord that the Lord even enters into the womb to protect the child. Just see, this is the power of devotion. Power of devotional service. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Through devotional service, the Lord is attracted to one who performs the devotional service. Jai Gaura Hari. So let's go to the next verse. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 12, verse 8. Angushtamatram amalam.
Angushtamatram amalam.
Angushtamatra amalam.
Puratha maulinam.
Puratha maulinam.
Puratra maulinam.
Vivya shyamam.
Apibhya darshanam shyamam.
Tadhedvasa samachyutam.
Taditvasa achyutam.
Achyutam.
Angushtamatram amalam.
Angushtamatram amalam.
Puratha maulinam.
Puratha maulinam.
Amaulinam.
Apibhya shyamam.
Apibhya darshanam shyamam.
Tadhedvasa samachyutam.
Taditvasa achyutam.
Angushtamatram amalam.
Angushtamatram amalam.
Purata maulinam.
Purata maulinam.
Apivya darshanam shyamam.
Apibhya darshanam shyamam.
Taditvasasam achyutam.
Taditvasasam achyutam.
Jai, jai, jai.
Synonyms: Ankushta by the measure of a thumb.
Angushta by the measure of a thumb.
Matram, only.
Matram only.
Matram only.
Amalam, transcendental.
Amalam transcendental.
Transcendental.
Spurat, blazing.
Purat blazing.
Blazing.
Puratha, gold.
Puratha gold.
The gold.
Maulinam, helmet.
Maulinam helmet.
Maulinam helmet.
Apibhya, very beautiful.
Apivya, very beautiful.
Apivya, very beautiful.
Darshanam, to look at.
Darshanam, to look at.
Darshanam, to look at.
Shyamam, blackish.
Shyamam, blackish.
Shyamam, blackish.
Blackish.
Tadit, lightning.
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 Vasasam, clothing.
Vasasam, clothing.
Achyutam, the infallible, the Lord.
Achyutam, the infallible, the Lord.
Translation, please repeat after me. He, the Lord, was only thumb high.
He, the Lord, was only thumb high.
But he was all transcendental.
But he was all transcendental.
He had a very beautiful, blackish, infallible body.
He had a very beautiful, blackish, infallible body.
Infallible body.
And he wore a dress of lightning yellow and a helmet of blazing gold.
And he wore a dress of lightning yellow and a helmet of blazing gold.
Blazing gold.
Thus he was seen by the child.
Thus he was seen by the child.
Jai.
So beautiful. What a poetic narration of the Lord. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 12, verse 9. Srimad Dirga Chaturbahum.
Srimad Dirga Chaturbahum.
Tapta Kanchana Kundalam
Tapta Kanchana Kundalam
Shatajaksham Gadapanim
Shatajaksham Gadapanim
Atmana Sarvato Disham
Atmanah Sarvato Disham
Paribhramantam Ulkabham
Paribhramantam Ulkabham
Bhramayantam Gadamuhu
Brahmayantam Gadamuhu
Srimad Dirga Chaturbahum
Srimad Dirgha Chaturbahum
Srimad Durga Chaturbahum.
Tapta Kanchana Kundalam
Tapta Kanchana Kundalam
Kundalam.
Shatajaksham Gadapanim
Shatajaksham Gadapanim
Atmana Sarvato Disham
Atmanah Sarvato Disham
Paribhravantam Ulkabham
Paribhramantam Ulkabham
Bhramayantam Gadamuhu
Brahmayantam Gadamuhu
Srimad Dirga Chaturbahum.
Srimad Dirgha Chaturbahum
Tapta Kanchana Kundalam.
Tapta Kanchana Kundalam
Tatajaksham Gadapanim.
Shatajaksham Gadapanim
Atmana Sarvato Disham.
Atmanah Sarvato Disham
Paribhramantam Ulkabham.
Paribhramantam Ulkabham
Brahmayantam Gadamuhu.
Brahmayantam Gadamuhu
Synonyms. Srimad enriched,
Srimad enriched
Srimad enriched.
Dirgha prolonged,
Dirgha
Vidya
prolonged
prolonged.
Satubhahum four-handed,
Chaturbahum four-handed
Tapta Kanchana molten gold,
Tapta Kanchana molten gold
Kanchana molten gold.
Kundalam earrings,
Kundalam earrings
Earrings.
Shataja Aksham eyes with the redness of blood,
Aksham eyes with the redness of blood
Redness of blood.
Gada Panim hand with the club,
Gadapanim hand with a club
Atmana own,
Atmana own
Own.
Sarvata all,
Sarvata all
Disham around,
Disham around
Hari Brahmantam loitering,
Paribhramantam loitering
Ulkabham like shooting stars,
Ulkabham like shooting stars
Ulkabam like shooting stars.
Brahmayantam encircling,
Brahmayantam encircling
Encircling.
Gadam the club,
Gadam the club
Club.
Muhu constantly.
Muhu constantly
Constantly.
Translation, please repeat after me. The Lord was enriched with four hands.
The Lord was enriched with four hands,
Earrings of molten gold and eyes blood red with fury.
earrings of molten gold and eyes blood red with fury.
As he loitered about, his club constantly encircled him like a shooting star.
As he loitered about, his club constantly encircled him like a shooting star. Purport. It is said in the Brahma Samhita, chapter 5, that the Supreme Lord Govinda, by his one plenary portion, enters into the halo of the universe and distributes himself as Paramatma or the Super Soul, not only within the heart of every living being, but also within every atom of the material elements. Thus, the Lord is all pervading by his inconceivable potency, and thus he entered the womb of Uttara to save his beloved devotee Maharaja Parikshit. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse 31, the Lord assured everyone that his devotees are never to be vanquished. No one can kill a devotee of the Lord because he is protected by the Lord, and no one can save a person whom the Lord desires to kill. The Lord is all powerful, and therefore he can both save and kill as he likes. He became visible to his devotee Maharaja Parikshit even in that awkward position in the womb of his mother, in a shape just suitable for his vision. The Lord can become bigger than thousands of universes and can become smaller than an atom at the same time. Merciful as he is, he becomes just suitable to the vision of the limited living being. He is unlimited. He is not limited by any measurement of our calculation. He can become bigger than what we can think of, and he can become smaller than what we can conceive. But in all circumstances, he is the same all powerful Lord. There is no difference between the thumb like Vishnu in the womb of Uttara and the full fledged Narayana in the Vaikuntha Dhama, the kingdom of Godhead. He accepts the form of Archa Vigraha, worshipable deity, just to accept service from his different incapable devotees. By the mercy of the Archa Vigraha, the form of the Lord in material elements, the devotees who are in the material world can easily approach the Lord, although he is not conceivable by the material senses. The Archa Vigraha is therefore an all spiritual form of the Lord to be perceived by the material devotees. Such an Archa Vigraha of the Lord is never to be considered material. There is no difference between matter and spirit for the Lord, although there is a gulf of difference between the two in the case of the conditioned living being. For the Lord, there is nothing but spiritual existence, and similarly, there is nothing except spiritual existence for the pure devotee of the Lord in his intimate relation with the Lord.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Kasriya.
Okay. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Mugam Karodi Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Deenatarinam Paramanandamadavim Sri Chaitanyam Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataga Swamin Niti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaurakata Damadaya Nagaragramatarine Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyamadi Paschatya Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, very wonderful portion is going on where now Parikshit is being saved from the womb of Mother Uttara. This already we saw that during Kunti Maharani's prayers, that before Kunti Maharani prayer, Krishna, after the Kurukshetra war, Krishna decided to depart from Hastinapur and go back to Dwaraka. So they were all there to send off, and they were not feeling comfortable to send Krishna away. Even though they feel like crying, they never showed it outside. So they are all there, and Krishna got the chariot. And Kunti Maharani is there, and he offered obeisances to her, and according to each one's relationship, he bid the farewell. But that time, Uttara ran coming from inside. She was pregnant just immediately after the Mahabharata war, and she said that something is coming after me. So we know that before Krishna departed, the entire Bhagavatam starts initially. Of course, Saunaka Rishis are asking Suta Goswami various questions, 6 types of questions we saw. And in this, why Parikshit Maharaj, he asked about various incarnations of the Lord. Many questions he asked. In that, about Parikshit Maharaj also he asked. So initially it started like Ashwatthama has sent a Brahmastra. Already he has killed the 5 sons of Draupadi. And then Arjuna, knowing this fact that all the children were killed, and he got angry. Very young boys, children are killed. So he chased the Ashwatthama along with Krishna. They chased in the chariot. Seeing them coming far away, Ashwatthama started driving his own chariot and running away. But he understood at one point he cannot run anymore, and they'll catch him. So he has only one astra, this one powerful astra which was taught by his father. So this Brahmastra is nuclear weapon, very powerful. It will destroy many things. So he released that Brahmastra. Then Krishna told Arjuna to counteract. He told it is Brahmastra which is coming. So Arjuna counteracted and finished it off. Then he arrested Ashwatthama. He wanted to kill him, but anyway he wanted first to take to Draupadi, who is crying because children are dead. So when they took him to Draupadi, it is like Bhima and all wanted him to be killed. Krishna also told, you have to kill him because you told you'll kill him. And then Draupadi said that no, already his father is dead. So the mother is a widow, Brahmani, and she is very in depression. Now again you kill the son also, she won't have anybody to go. So better not do it. So then they didn't kill him, but it's equal to killing. He was defamed and his head was shaven. Some half head was shaven or something like that, which is equivalent to death, which is considered it's defaming, and he was sent away. Now when he sent away, he was so revengeful that he wanted to take revenge. So what he did is, then after that everything was smooth. It seems to be smooth. He was sent away. So then Krishna in next day or something, he is starting in the morning to go. When he climbed the chariot, at that time Uttara is coming running, saying that some bright light is coming towards me. Some heavy fiery object is coming. And it's targeted, okay? It's entering my womb. So Krishna understood that Ashwatthama has again used the Brahmastra in order to destroy the baby in the womb. That is the only Vamsa, means the Pancha Pandavas had 5 children, all are dead. And then Arjuna with Subhadramayi, Arjuna and Subhadramayi are married. Subhadramayi is the sister of Krishna. We know Jagannath Baladev Subhadramayi. So the Subhadramayi is the sister of Krishna who was married to Arjuna. From them, they had a son, Abhimanyu. He also died in the war, Mahabharata war. So Abhimanyu's wife is Uttara. So she is the daughter-in-law of the Pancha Pandavas. So she is coming that there's something, only one here is left out, that is this baby in the womb. So Ashwatthama threw the Brahmastra on the innocent child in the womb, he threw. So now Krishna then entered the womb and saved the baby. Already actually fetus was dead. It is mentioned that the fetus was killed. But Krishna gave the life again, or almost dead. But Krishna saw that there is no effect and the baby is healthy. This is why the Parikshit Maharaj was saved in the womb. Even though his grandfathers were saved in the war field, saved in the life, but Parikshit was saved directly in the womb. So that is what now such a beautiful pastime of Lord saving this baby in the womb. Baby in the womb, it cannot self-protect. If there is a danger coming to a baby who is born and running here and there, they will take him to hospital not feeling well. And if he is feeling itching, it can be scratched. If he is feeling hungry, food can be given. But when the baby inside the womb is having any trouble, who can help? Who is exactly helping? We all stayed in the womb of the parents, mother, for 9 months, more than 9 months. So, who helped us there? How was we provided with food? How we were nourished? How we were born? So, also in Bhagavatam, later we will come to know that the Lord Hari appears for the baby in the womb. The baby will pray that I'll never ever take birth again, because it's all very difficult to live in the womb. But here we see that the Parikshit Maharaj was there, and he see Shama, color of a blackish color, golden helmet, very beautiful. The thumb height, the previous verse you would have seen, Krishna is of the height of a thumb. Angushti means thumb. That much height he saw a personality. The womb, the baby is shrunk, small place, and cannot move here and there, and so much water, digestive system is around, and very, very uneasy situation. The baby is there. More than that, the Brahmastra is coming to destroy him. That time, here, this beautiful 2 verses, whatever today we are seeing, is the vision of Parikshit Maharaj, which is explained by Suta Goswami to Saunaka Rishis. So the Lord was enriched with 4 hands, earrings of molten gold, eyes blood red with fury. He is very angry. Why? Ashwatthama is already left alive. He is not stopping. It's not stopping. Already he killed 5 children. Now he want to kill the child in the womb also. So such a vengeance. Personally, Ashwatthama doesn't have any enmity towards the Panchapandavas. Duryodhana is already dead. The war is over. So in Kali Yuga, the Brahmanas will not act as Brahmanas. Brahmana means we are seeing in Bhagavad Gita, Daya, Saucham, Shantim, Arjam, Evacha. We are seeing the qualities of Brahmanas. Not found in Kali Yuga. So only the devotees who are chanting Hare Krishna, taking initiation from spiritual master, they develop some Brahmanical qualities, Karuna, they develop. Automatically it is getting developed. We are not acting as if like that, but when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra properly, we are not involved in any nonsense activities, nicely chanting Hare Krishna, reading books, understanding the subject properly, preaching to others, wearing tilaka, kantimala, we take up to this Krishna consciousness, naturally will be very, very clean, and clear and nice consciousness. And if we are not having clear conscience, we have to check our practice, check our thoughts. What am I doing? Why it is happening? Am I doing something wrong in my Krishna conscious practice? Am I deviating? Am I eating non-prasadam? Like this we should check. So here, very nice purport also. So in Brahma Samhita, the Supreme Lord Govinda enters into this universe as Paramatma Super Soul. So there is the Supreme Lord Govinda comes in the material world, comes into the material world as far as maintenance in 3 portions. Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, Shirodaka Sai Vishnu, Karanodaka Sai Vishnu. First is Karanodaka Sai Vishnu. Karana Udaka Sai Vishnu. There is a Karna ocean, causal ocean, in which Mahavishnu is lying. And then comes Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, from whose navel sprout the lotus in which Brahma appeared, is Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. And then the third is the Shirodaka Sai Vishnu. Shirodaka Sai Vishnu means Vishnu lying down in the milk ocean. So he becomes a spirit soul, and he becomes a super soul called Paramatma, and he enters into all the atoms. Every atom he is entering, and also into the heart of all the living entities. No living entity is alone. We all have a Paramatma with us. Separate copy. Your Paramatma is different. I have Paramatma. Of course, they are our best friend. They are traveling. How many ever lifetimes we take, this body will be destroyed. But the super soul, Supreme Lord, will travel along with us. But also within every atom of the material elements, we are seeing that it is said in Brahma Samhita, the Supreme Lord Govanda, Andanu, what is that? Paramanu. Andandarastha Paramanu, Chayantarastham, Govindam Adipurusham, Tamaham Bhajami. Andantarastham Paramanu, Chayantarastham. Which actually means in every universe, in all the material universes, in every whatever atoms are present, in every atom, within the atom, the Supreme Lord is there. We say that, can you kindly mute? And so, very, very nice, every atom. So, many, some scientists claim that the atom is the smallest element, right? But that is logically also broken. Because if atom is the smallest element, they say that atom comprises of protons and neutrons. Then the neutron must be the smallest one, right? How can be the atom smallest when atom comprises of something? But smaller than that neutron, neutron is the Paramatma who is situated. And by his potency only everything operates in this world. The super soul, he operates everything. So he is not within the heart of the living being alone, he is also in the atom of the material elements. That the Lord is all pervading, omnipresent. Omnipresent means all pervading, everywhere he is there. By his Sati. And thus he enters the womb of Uttara to save his beloved devotee Maharaja Parikshit. So the Paramatma in the heart immediately took the form of a beautiful, not form, he is already having 400 form, but he is very, very small in nature. This Paramatma is of same size for all of. For human being also is there with the heart. And for amoeba also is there. The elephant also is there, ant also is there. Big and small living entities, everybody has Lord in the heart. Trees also, plants also. Okay, what about non-living things? Non-living things also in every atom. There is no place he is not there. So that Lord came under the Uttara to save the beloved devotee Maharaja Parikshit. So in Bhagavad Gita, Lord assures to everyone that his Name Bhaktya Pranashyati, my devotee will never be vanquished. This doesn't mean that they won't die. When Krishna desired Marobi Rakobi Jo Ichha Toha, when the task in that universe or in that planet is finished, then the devotee will get, he will disappear. It's not that, but devotee will never be defeated. Krishna will see to that his devotees are never defeated. Or if there is a purpose for which they are kept by Krishna, Parikshit Maharaj's life was protected by Krishna, because today we are having the Srimad Bhagavatam. We will see that the end of, now we are coming to the beautiful Parikshit Maharaj. Now only actual, the conversation between Suta not Suta and Sonaka, Parikshit and Sukadeva is going to yet to start. Amazing Bhagavatam we got because of Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. So he appeared in the womb itself, he had the darshan of the Supreme Lord. So the womb of the mother is a very awkward position, and he never had the eyes, nose and all not developed. Even when the newborn baby, you see, it cannot open the eyes. It cannot see the sun. And you ask the doctor and all, they'll say that no, for 15 days he's not seeing anything. No, he looked at me and smiled. No, he is not able to open the eyes also, because 9 months he has been in the closed chamber. And gradually it was only simply a lump of flesh. It was very small, and then little flesh, a ball of flesh. And then hands develop, then legs develop, then the fingers develop, then gradually the face, the eyes, everything. That 9 months, what is happening in the womb is one by one, everything is getting developed. So undeveloped body, undeveloped body. These are all some wonderful examples that how that the spiritual knowledge is got not by the body but the spirit self. One wonderful example is this Parikshit Maharaj. See, Prabhupada is writing this magic, this amazing truth you see here. Lord became visible to his devotee Maharaja Parikshit even in that awkward position, in the womb of his mother, in a shape just as suitable for his vision. That's all. When the baby, how much the baby can see, that much he became. He saw that the baby saw him also. He showed darshan to the baby in the womb. Same Prahlad Maharaj also, undeveloped senses. With the developed senses itself, if the baby is 1 year old or 6 months old baby, if somebody is giving a class, can he understand? He can't understand. That's what we think, right? But when the baby is in the womb, Narada Muni gave lessons about spiritual knowledge and Prahlad Maharaj understood. And here, within the womb, the baby is there and the Lord appeared. And then he saw. The Lord can become bigger than thousands of units. Mahator Mahiyana Aniyor Aniyana. Mahator Mahiyana means he can be very big. He can be the largest of all largest things. Lord can become bigger than the suitable vision of a limited living being. Sorry, the Lord can become bigger than the thousands of universes. Sorry, forgive me. And can become smaller than the atom at the same time. At the same time, he can be smaller than that. So he's not into the measurement. We cannot do measurement. Even they say that one of the offenses to the holy dhams is you cannot measure it. You should not measure it. So he's not limited by any measurement of our calculation. So we can say that God is how tall he is. Is he 5 feet or 6 feet or 20 feet? No, not like that. He can become whatever size. He can become bigger than what we think, and he can also become smaller than what we can even conceive. You may have microscope, still you cannot conceive. You say that the atom is the smallest. No, Paramatma is situated within the atom. So you may ask, no, atom is the smallest element. How somebody can be there inside? First of all, your logic itself is wrong. You say that the atom is the smallest element. And when the atom, we draw the diagrams in chemistry when we go. The atom, we draw nucleus, proton, neutron. Then the neutron, nucleus, Krishna is smaller than the nucleus. He is not only the nucleus of the atom. So there is no difference between the thumb-like Vishnu in the womb of Putra and the full-fledged Narayana in the Vaikuntha Dhama, the kingdom of Godhead. Very, very powerful, but in all circumstances, same powerful. And Archa Vigraha, and he's very kind, so that he becomes deity. See how Prabhupada is mentioning how deity worship is very, very important. We understand especially when we take initiation, we should take the deity worship very seriously and do the deity worship nicely. Because he becomes expansion, incarnation of Krishna. It's called incarnation, means avatar, Archa avatar. Archa means Archana. For a common person to worship the Supreme Lord, which is very difficult to approach. Supreme Lord is not so easy. But he becomes a beautiful small doll in your hand because you're a devotee. So by the mercy of the Archa Vigraha, the form of the Lord in material elements. So the Lord appears in the material elements, Archa Vigraha. The devotees who are in the material world can easily approach the Lord, although he is not conceivable by the material senses. Like when we come to Mayapur, we see Radha Madhav. We really feel Radha Madhav is there. We can see them. We can see their reciprocation, Radha Madhav Ashtasaki. We can see their affection, their reciprocations. You go to the temples, you will see that the deity is not different from the Supreme. So the Archa Vigraha is therefore an all spiritual form of the Lord to be perceived by the material devotees. So for us to material vision, we need to perceive. So Lord is appearing. Such an Archa Vigraha of the Lord is never to be considered material. So sometimes people ask, is this made of stone? Is this deity made of stone or is it made of metal? Rascals. They cannot see. They see everything as matter. For them, the gold, silver, wood, stone, only this is visible, dead bodies. But the Supreme Lord is Satsid Ananda Vigraha. Ishvara Paramakrishna Satsit Ananda Vigraha. Anadir Adi Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. So he is Satsidananda Vigraha. For out of mercy, he has appeared in the deity form. So we should never think the deity to be made of some metal wood or something. He is Satsidananda Vigraha. Very, very important. That is why Prabhupada never called it a statue, idol. These words are used in India very badly. That can be used for some Gandhi statue. It can be used. Some Sardar Vallabhai statue, something. Pandit Deen Dayal statue. Some statue will be there in every place. South India also, in every city, there are so many deities. Statues. In the main road, in the center of the road, they'll put Nehru statue, Gandhi statue, Bharatiyar statue. Now, whoever is dying, there will be a statue for the center of the city. People will do in the car, they'll leave Yanikani Chapapa. They'll go around and around the dead person's statue. That is a statue. It is dead. The person is dead. We don't know where he's loitering. In Naraka or somewhere, I don't know. Somewhere based on their karma, they'll be loitering. So this is so very different from the form of the Supreme Lord in the Archavigraha form, worshipped in the temple. So we should never consider it to be a statue or so. Prabhupada very clearly mentioned as Archavigraha or deity. In English, he used only one word, deity, D-I-E-T-Y, deity, deity, the murti, the form, the personality. So it should never be considered material. There is no difference between matter and spirit of the Lord. So he is not, is no more wood. Jagannath, no more wood actually, is Jagannath. So, in the conditioned state, there is completely different between what is actually matter and what is Supreme Lord. But he is kind, so he is appearing within that wood. And then from that moment onwards, it's no more wood. When the prana pradishta happens, when a pure devotee worships, when we start worshipping, then moment onwards, it is not. When we chant the pranam mantra, the Lord appears by chanting of Hare Krishna is not different from Krishna's name, is not different from, so he appears. For the Lord, there is no material existence. He is full of spiritual existence. So, the pure devotee of the Lord and the Lord is the intimate relationships. There is nothing except spiritual existence for the pure devotee of the Lord in his intimate relation with the Lord. Like, for example, Guru Maharaj Prabhupada, even though they are living in this material world, they are 100% living spiritual life only. They don't have anything to do with material. So the deities, what we worship, the processes which we follow, everything is spiritual, nothing is material. Hari Bol, Om Tat Sat. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So I am done. Rajeshwara Prabhu, any questions, comments? Rajeshwara Prabhu, you can take over. Hare Krishna.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
प्रभुजी श्लोक 7 में दिया है कि जब महाराज परीक्षित अपनी माता के गर्भ में थे तो अश्वत्थामा द्वारा छोड़े गए ब्रह्मास्त्र का उन पर प्रहार हुआ। प्रभु तो महाराज परीक्षित जो है वो अभिमन्यु के लड़के थे ना?
यस।
और अश्वत्थामा जो है वो गुरु द्रोणाचार्य का पुत्र था।
करेक्ट।
तो अभिमन्यु तो लड़ाई में मारा जा चुका था।
यस।
तो फिर अश्वत्थामा जो है सो ब्रह्मास्त्र का प्रहार क्यों किया?
क्योंकि परीक्षित महाराज जो है वो उनका आखिर राजकुमार था ना, राज करने के लिए उनका पूरा खानदान को, उनका पूरा डायनेस्टी को मिटाने के लिए अश्वत्थामा ने ये ब्रह्मास्त्र का प्रयोग किया। क्योंकि अभिमन्यु मर चुका, लेकिन उसका पुत्र अभी जन्म होने वाला है, तो फिर उसका फिर वो खानदान संतान रहेगा ना, तो उसका पूरा संतान को मिटाने के लिए, संतान को मिटाने के लिए उसने ब्रह्मास्त्र का प्रयोग किया।
अच्छा,
Thank you. Any other questions or comments or realization from anybody? Please do share with us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much for the association. So let's wind up and we'll get back again tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock sharp with the Srimad Bhagavatam class. Till then, Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
जय
Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
जय
Pavan Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai.
जय
Bhagavad Satsang ki jai.
जय
Krishna Pranam. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa
कृपा
sindhubhyaiva
नमो नमः।
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
नमो नमः।
महाराज की जय।
जय
निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे।
हरि